Now, next topic is rocks and minerals. Dear students, this whole earth is made up of different rocks and minerals, as we discussed about silica, aluminium, magnesium, nickel, ferrous. All these are minerals, and with these minerals the earth is made up of. Okay, so the earth is made up of various types of rocks. And what is a rock? What is a rock? It's any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. So any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. Okay, so you must remember what rock means or definition of the rock, as well as you must remember the definition of mineral also. Dear students, mineral simply means mineral is a comparatively smaller part of the rock, because a rock is constituted by different minerals. And what is a mineral? Let me define that also. Though you may study about mineral in your higher classes, but it is important to tell you about minerals also. So what are minerals? Minerals are homogeneous naturally occurring substances with a definable internal structure. Okay, so these are minerals. So minerals are homogeneous naturally occurring substances with a definable internal structure or chemical composition. Okay, so these minerals constitute the rock. Okay, so these rocks make the earth crust. So I hope you understand that these minerals form the rock and rocks form the earth crust. Okay, let me change the page. Okay, so we discussed about what rock means, and these rocks, you might have seen these rocks can be of different color. If you have gone to some hill station, you might have seen the rocks of different color. Even the stone you use as a floor in your floors, you might see that it is of different color. The rock that is used in your stairs is of green color, and the rock in the assembly hall in the school is of gray color, which is a granite. Okay, and you might have seen a rock on your kitchen slab that might be of a black color or a green color. Somewhere you might have seen the rocks of pink color, yellow color. Okay, so rocks are of different colors. Size, obviously size different size and texture. Okay, so the color, size and texture means the size of molecules or particles from which the rock is formed are also different. Okay, now dear students, next topic is types of rocks. I hope you know about the type of rock. Number 1, igneous rocks. Number 2, sedimentary. Number 3, metamorphic rocks. Okay, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Okay, so let us start with igneous rock. Dear students, as the name suggests, igneous rocks. These rocks are formed by cooling of magma or lava. Okay, so simply when the molten magma cools, it becomes solid, and the rocks formed in this way are called igneous rocks. Okay, so these are igneous rocks, and these rocks are also known as primary rocks, because this is the first rock that is formed after cooling down of the molten magma. Okay, so this is called primary rocks as well. These primary rocks might be of two types: intrusive rocks as well as extrusive rocks. Intrusive rocks as well as extrusive rocks. So you will be asked in the exam, dear students, do it carefully. Okay, intrusive rocks. Now let us see how the intrusive rocks are formed and how the extrusive rocks are formed. You know that inside the earth, the temperature is very high. Okay, and the rocks are found in molten form. Okay, so when the rocks are found in the molten form, this molten form of rock tries to come on the earth's surface due to certain pressures, through some cracks, joints, or fissure, or a vent. Okay, so due to pressure, that pressure is actually created by the heating of the rocks. When the rocks are heated, they expand and they create pressure on the outer surface, and that comes out, or that lava comes out. That magma or molten magma starts moving towards the outside of that surface, and when this magma or a molten stage of rock reaches to the earth surface, it forms extrusive rocks. But when the magma is not able to reach to the earth surface, it cools down somewhere inside the rocks or in the cracks or joints. It is called intrusive rocks. Okay, so when the igneous rocks are not able to reach to the, or magma is not able to reach out of the earth surface or out on the earth surface, it forms intrusive rocks. And when the magma reaches to the surface of the earth and it flows down on the earth crust and solidifies, it forms extrusive rocks. Okay, clear? Okay, I repeat. When the molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. In this way, it forms extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, and example can also be quoted over here, like basalt. Okay, so basalt is a very good example of extrusive igneous rock. But sometimes molten magma cools down in deep inside the earth crust, because the amount of lava might be less, or the pressure might be very less, that is not able to throw it out on the earth surface, and it solidifies inside the earth crust, inside the earth. It is called intrusive igneous rock. Okay, and granite is very good example of intrusive igneous rock, and basalt is good example of extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, clear? Okay.